Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Gabbie Hanna on the No Fucks Given podcast and H3 getting suspended from YouTube because of Keemstar possibly. But before we get into it, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, turn your post notifications on, and follow the Hot Tea Twitter account. Alright, let's get into the tea. Gabbie Hanna recently appeared on the No Fucks Given podcast with Tanner Fox and Maverick Leonard. They speak about her life before being on social media, the beginning of her career on Vine, her transition to YouTube, and an overview of her journey on the platform. Gabbie talks about being nervous to come on the podcast because she feels like the majority of what she experiences have been hateful encounters on other production sets. She explains that the series that she's been posting is basically the result of chronicling her experience as a way to process it herself because, in part, she had difficulty separating criticism and hate.
Active criticism versus critique versus actual just hate and attacking was when Rice Gum a party and then went on a press tour about it and calling me a liar and a thought.
She talks about the Rice Gum situation back in 2016 when he assaulted her at a party. She explains that the legions of hate she received, even though she was not in the wrong, had a profound effect on her. Just to be clear here, we do believe that Rice Gum attacked Gabbie, and we agree that the way she was treated afterwards by a lot of people was not right. Rice Gum sucks. One of the hosts also describes an experience he had with Rice Gum and that he also has beef with him.
I saw him in person one time at the charity basketball game for Ace Family. He was like vlogging. He said something disrespectful. It was like a slur of some kind.
To you?
Yeah, he was like vlogging. He's like, oh, look at this. Like I pushed him out of the way, and then he just like turned his camera off. And he never put the clip in the video.
Hold on.
Apparently, Rice Gum pulled out a camera to film this guy without his consent, and it caused an issue. Gabbie basically says, wow, what a hypocrite. I did something similar to him, and he literally assaulted me. Just to reiterate, Rice Gum sucks. Then they talk about the monster meme, and the hosts seem to be in Gabbie's corner. She talks again about how she couldn't win in the eyes of the public when it came to embracing the monster meme.
I genuinely wasn't bothered by that. Obviously, it's a little embarrassing. Nobody likes to be embarrassed, but at the end of the day, you'll hear me sing again, whatever. Yeah. But what bothered me was whenever I was joking about it, people were like, she's so pathetic. Look at her pretending to be unbothered. And then that became the next wave of videos. I'm like, dude, I can't win.
She talks about how her feelings came in waves when it comes to dealing with the drama, but she is now in a really good place. She explains that she knew it would be very stressful releasing the series, and she knew it would come with a lot more hate. She once again explains that, quote unquote, these are people in her real life that are terrorizing her. Then they talk about T channels. The hosts are very anti-T channels, and in addition to supporting Gabbie, they ask her why all these hateful T channels continuously come for her. Gabbie explains that right after the meme, there was a makeup brush scandal.
And I'm genuinely sorry if anybody got their product and was disappointed in the product, but I would also add, manage your expectations a little bit.
And that was when T Channel started criticizing her. She admits that to this day that it was a shitty dropshipping company, and she doesn't know if it was a scam or not.
I still don't know if the company was a scam, to be honest, because after it became a big scandal, I stopped really looking at it because I didn't know what was real.
Yeah.
But she also admits that her response was bad and that she wouldn't respond like that today. She says that the hate depresses her and she just tries to be an artist and to move away from trying to be a YouTuber.
I feel like from where I'm sitting, I just do my best to try to stay in my lane, move on. I haven't tried to be a YouTuber for a long time now. I'm an artist. I make music, I paint, like I'm just trying to do that.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in, and I don't want to fit in.
She explains that she lost 2 record deals. Her family and her ex-boyfriends have been subject to threats and doxing. She talks about a press release event that got canceled because this person dropped their video today and now the host feels uncomfortable. She blames the downfall of her last relationships on the influx of hate and mentions all the extraneous mishaps have happened because of other people doing this to her.
A group of real people who knew me in real life who are actively trying to ruin my life.
Trying to take it down,
feeding information to T channels.
Stop it. Get some help.
She says at one point that she did feed into the drama and became the YouTube villain, and that led to her creating a super fucking dope rock album. However, that led her to a mentally unhealthy place and she was just high all the time.
The way my manager said it was like, we've already lost some great people to playing the role of Joker. So are you sure you want to take on that role? And then I had to accept that it actually was affecting my mental health and my real personality in a way that was not very desirable.
Yes, indeed, Gabbie Hanna is a big joker brain. She explains that she was a fake bitch because she was around fake people in LA, but now she feels like she's in such a more genuine place with her real life friends. She says after this series and after she gets enough buzz for this rock album, she's going to focus on more production, behind the scenes oriented work. She has a conversation with the hosts about mental health and how being an online creator takes a toll on you. She explains how her diagnosis of ADHD has helped her change her life, and now she's medicated for it, which has helped her immensely. The hosts and Gabbie then start talking about smoking weed and then smoke together a little bit. She admits to having used it in an unhealthy way at times, but it kind of made it easier for her to process her emotions. Gabbie then, and I cannot make this shit up, proceeds to say that Keemstar is probably the kindest creator on the platform.
He has a bad rap. And for a lot of things, a good reason. Like, he's had some really bad fucking takes, all right?
Yeah.
But the thing that I can say about Keem is he listens.
What the fuck?
Keem can be really, really ignorant. But he is probably the kindest creator on the platform. Like, truly.
And what godforsaken hellscape of a planet is Daniel Keemstar of Drama Alert, the kindest creator on the YouTube platform? She explains that while he does have a bad rep for a lot of valid reasons, he was the only creator on the platform who reached out to make sure that she was okay when all of her friends just unfollowed her.
When I was really going through it, all of my friends who were still pretending to be my friends, not a single one reached out. They unfollowed me.
Yeah.
She says that they had an interaction in which she was able to change Keem's mind about mental health because she calmly presented Keem with the facts and he was willing to listen. I'm just literally speechless. Gabbie then goes on to talk about her supporters that are mostly silent because they're afraid to show her support and receive hate. She explains that that's one of the reasons why the only things that she sees online right now is mostly hate at this point. She goes on to describe the real mental breakdown that she had on YouTube.
Please.
I probably have.
Yes.
That was like a very real mental breakdown. It wasn't about TikTok comments. It was never about TikTok comments. It was about people who in my real life were like controlling and isolating me, and I didn't know what else to do.
Stop it. Get some help.
She says that people in her real life have controlled her so much that she didn't know what else to do but talk about it. One of the hosts, sorry, I don't know which one is which, I don't know who these people are, he asks Gabbie why she feels that other people are in control of her life. She explains that anytime she does any little thing wrong, it becomes headlines. Gabbie then brings up a situation that should not be brought up in order to defend herself and her point that people are trying to ruin and control her life. I'm not going to speak on the situation because it is inappropriate to continue to do so, and Gabbie should be doing the same. Gabbie and the hosts then talk about tea channels again, and Gabbie feels like she is misrepresented and the hate that she receives is unwarranted.
These are bullies. These are high school bullies.
Then the hosts tell her that one of her songs is going viral on TikTok. Gabbie isn't on TikTok, she says, so she was unaware that her cover of Alanis Morissette's You Oughta Know was going viral on TikTok at the time. She then explains that when that cover came out, there was a hate campaign that was waged against it, and she was accused of stealing that song from a smaller artist, which I don't really remember that happening, but whatever. I guess that's just me. Gabbie Hanna still maintains that she will be vindicated, and she is somewhat glad that the drama still keeps her name relevant. In other news, H3 Productions have been suspended off of YouTube for a week, and apparently it was because of none other than the kindest person on the platform, Keemstar. In what has been called the biggest self-report of all time, Keemstar posted this to Twitter before anyone from H3 even announced it.
You know, I should be jumping up and down happy, but I'm just not. I'm not happy, right? Justice has been served. 2 videos of Ethan Klein and Gila Klein in the H3H3 podcast were taken down for violating terms of service of YouTube. Him getting 2 strikes, I don't know. I can only guess, but I'm sure he probably can't upload for a while, can't stream. And quite frankly, he deserves it. It's well overdue. The stuff that is said on that podcast to bully and harass other creators would never fly on anyone else's channel. You know, it's been suspect and alleged that Ethan Klein played a big role in getting my video taken down, giving me a warning on my channel, getting Leafy's channel completely deleted. And if you go back and you look at Leafy's content and the reasons in which his channel went down, that is very tame to what happens on the H3H3 podcast. I know many will look at this and see it as Keemstar versus Ethan Klein, and this is just another story in the endless fight and the endless saga. It's much bigger than that, all right? That show has been harassing so many creators, so many YouTubers, right? And it would be fine if we had rules where we could talk shit back, bully back, harass back, but we can't. Everyone has to play by the rules, and this guy doesn't have to. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if more get taken down from him now that YouTube's actually doing something. I don't know why he was protected before and why this went on as long as it did, but I must say, I guess happy that YouTube's finally doing something. This is well deserved. I don't know what more to say, because I'm not happy. I'm still angry about it, that it took this long. But at least something's happening now, and he got 2 strikes. So, yeah.
Ethan Klein from H3 replied saying, Keemstar, in the ultimate hypocrisy, has cried to YouTube about me making fun of his creepy ass dating a 20-year-old. He called her fresh cheeks. Now we are suspended for a week. This after he lied and cried about me getting him suspended, which I had nothing to do with. And he somehow knew this information before we did and posted immediately, meaning he 100% was talking with YouTube about it. Imagine being this much of a hypocrite. See you guys in a week. Ethan and AB then had a Twitter exchange. AB said, "This will be the ultimate test. I'm curious to see the reaction of the commentary community. They'd love to dogpile Ethan because of bullshit suspicions, but let's see how they react to Keem and the dumbest self-report I've ever seen." Ethan says exactly. AB goes, "Just a reminder that Keemstar and his audience harassed my wife for a whole summer. Keemstar sent me multiple pictures of witches to imply my wife looks like a witch. 1 year later, he is tagging the CEO of YouTube because he was teased for dating a 20-year-old. This man is a coward." Ethan says, "Harassed my wife too, tweeting pictures of a horse to her during the same period and for the same reason. Just a reminder that Keemstar and his audience harassed my wife and I for a whole summer. Keemstar sent me multiple pictures of horses to imply my wife looks like a horse. 1 year later, he is tagging the CEO of YouTube because he was teased for dating a 20-year-old. This man is a coward." Then Keem responded to a picture that Ethan posted of Keem with the caption, "Hypocrite." And he's just like, "How does it feel?" Ethan says, "I didn't cry to YouTube about you, but you just outed yourself as the hypocrite we all knew you were. You did exactly what you accused me of. How does it feel to be proven a perfect hypocrite?" Keem responded, "Feels great, Ethan. Stacking wins." Keemstar then tweeted, "I would love to see Ethan Klein survive in this current climate on YouTube," which is a dig at Ethan. This is the same thing he said about Leafy is Here before he got banned. Keem then posted this video.
What you're saying doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You're saying Keemstar tweeted pictures of horses of me and Keemstar did this and Keemstar did that. I would still do that today. I would do that every single day of my life. All I want to do is make fun of you, but I can't because YouTube told me that I can't, all right? I listen to what YouTube says. They tell me one thing, okay, I'm listening. For an entire year, you've been going off. You've been saying crazy stuff. You've been uploading videos. Should we deplatform Keemstar, right? You took a Keemstar doll and was f***ing on YouTube. I'm sorry, that violates like 10 different terms of service, bro. You can't do that, all right? You're uploading a video saying I got a little also shit. If I uploaded a video saying another female creator had a loose my channel would be gone. You have enjoyed special privilege on this platform forever, and it is not fair for everyone else to be silenced while you can bully and harass people. It is not fair, all right? If they would take the muzzle off me and let me go at you, fine. Nobody gets a strike. Nobody gets in trouble. We could just sit here and roast each other. I'm all for it. But unfortunately, that is not the current landscape of YouTube. And it's not fair for you to be able to do one thing and me, a fellow YouTuber, to not be able to do one thing. So I'm sorry, you're gonna have to start playing by the rules now, like I had to.
And that's pretty much where the situation stands as of right now. What do you guys think about this? I can't wait for H3's videos to be back because I have a feeling they will be pretty wild. Ethan isn't known for holding back. But yeah, that was it for today's video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and follow the Hot Tea Twitter account. I post new videos every single day on here. Bye-bye.